What's up, everyone? Welcome to the July 15th edition of DraftKings Tournament Plays presented by PrizePicks. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoneyDFS. And as a reminder, use the code AWESOMO when you sign up and make a deposit at PrizePicks. You'll receive 1 free month of Stokastic Plus Platinum. You'll also receive a 100% deposit bonus up to $100 on your first deposit. We have a 13-game MLB slate tonight. As usual, going to take a look at 3 of the top tournament stacks and 3 of the top tournament pitchers using the top stacks tool on the Stokastic.com website. Starting with the top 3 stacks. Number 3, the Minnesota Twins taking on Michael Kopech. Kopech has good stuff. He's a highly regarded pitching prospect, but he has had some issues this year, particularly with control and working behind the counts. It's led to some power issues. He has struck out 22.6% of hitters, but also has a 4.88 xFIP. He's allowed 1.15 home runs per 9 innings. Minnesota's projected for 4% aggregate ownership with a 5% chance of being the top scoring stack. They have a 117 WRC plus and a 172 ISO on their active roster. Number 2, the Seattle Mariners taking on Matt Bush and Taylor Hearn tonight in Texas. Bush expected to open the game for the Rangers and be followed by Hearn. Hearn this season has struck out 20.8% of hitters with a 4.7 xFIP and 1.3 home runs allowed per 9 innings. The Mariners active roster has a 109 WRC plus and a 150 ISO. Julio Rodriguez at the top of the order is absolutely fantastic, dominating as a rookie, steals bases, hits home runs. He's expensive. But then you have pretty favorable pricing as you move down the order on guys like Ty France and Eugenio Suarez. Makes Seattle look pretty good against the left-handed Hearn. The Mariners are projected for 5% ownership with a 6% chance of being the top scoring stack. And number 1, the Atlanta Braves taking on Patrick Corbin tonight in Washington. Corbin has struggled this year, allowing 1.43 home runs per 9 innings while only striking out 18.8% of hitters with a 4.13 xFIP. The Braves active roster has a 111 WRC plus and a very, very good 201 ISO. They're also extremely right-handed heavy. So Corbin has had more issues against righties than lefties, as you would expect. The only lefties that are likely to be in this lineup for Atlanta are Matt Olsen and Michael Harris. Olsen hits left-handed pitching very, very well. Harris is a rookie hitting at the bottom of the order, not as big of a issue as Olsen would be anyway. So really, this lineup just top to bottom looks very, very good against Patrick Corbin. They're projected for 8% ownership with a 9% chance of being the top scoring stack. Now, before we move on to the top 3 tournament pitchers, we do have a new promo code for viewers of my tournament videos to use. The promo code is AdamMLB. It's at the top of the screen. Use that code, receive 50% off Stokastic Plus weekly. This is available for new users only, but if you haven't already signed up for Stokastic Plus, use this promo code, get yourself 50% off Stokastic Plus weekly. This will give you access to behind the paywall data, including the top stacks tool and the top pitchers tool that I always reference in this video. So again, Adam MLB, get 50% off Stokastic Plus weekly. Now looking at the top 3 tournament pitchers, number 3, Darvish, $8,900 price tag, taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight in San Diego. Darvish is projected for about 20% ownership with a 15% chance of being a top 2 pitcher and an 8% chance of being a top 2 value at $8,900. Darvish has struck out 22.4% of hitters this year, which is down from where he's normally at, but he's also done a better job than normal of limiting power. He has a 3.94 xFIP. Looks like a solid spot for him against the Diamondbacks. Number 2, Clayton Kershaw taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Mike Trout has missed the last couple of games for the Angels. He may or may not be back tonight, but Kershaw has been very good this year. He did deal with an injury midseason, but he's back now. He's thrown 98 and 102 pitches in his last 2 starts. He has struck out 27.6% of hitters with a 2.91 xFIP so far this season. The Angels active roster has a 103 WRC plus and a massive 28% strikeout percentage. Kershaw is projected for about 23% ownership with a 16% chance of being a top 2 pitcher at $9,400. And number 1, Alek Manoah, $9,000 price tag, taking on the Kansas City Royals. Manoah has struck out 22.7% of hitters with a 3.88 xFIP so far this year. He's projected for 28% ownership with a 17% chance of being a top 2 pitcher. Kansas City's lineup doesn't have a ton of strikeouts in it, particularly at the top and in the middle of the order, but it's a really bad lineup in terms of production. The only above average hitters in this lineup are Bobby Witt and Vinny Pasquantino. They're missing 5 of their normal starters. So same situation as we had for Gausman yesterday. Hopefully Manoah can pick up a few more strikeouts than Gausman did, but at $9,000, a very favorable price point for him. So to recap, the top 3 tournament stacks on DraftKings: number 3, the Minnesota Twins; number 2, the Seattle Mariners; number 1, the Atlanta Braves; and the top 3 tournament pitchers: number 3, Darvish; number 2, Clayton Kershaw; and number 1, Alek Manoah.